story of Eddie Harris's last concert. Does that?
Okay.
Could that be? I mean, I love that story, and it stuck in my mind as when I started doing the series.
Okay.
So, anytime you're ready, I've just got it going.
Hello, folks. My name is Bernard Purdie, better known throughout the music world as Bernard Purdie. And I got that name when I moved to New York and they couldn't pronounce my last name. So Bernard Purdie stuck. So it was pretty Purdie for a while until I was able to get my name Bernard back. But that's the essence of where the name came from. Now, you were going to ask me a question about Eddie Harris's last concert. Well, Eddie Harris's last concert was my record that he did, that he played for me in Germany with a big band. And this was a 23-piece big band out of Germany, out of Hamburg, matter of fact. And he had been sick for about 3 to 5 years fighting cancer. And it stopped for a hot minute, as they call it. And nobody knew that he was actually fighting the cancer for a long time. Well, I was very close to him, but he didn't know how close I was. So when I finally called him, I said, listen, you've been sitting home, and I need you. So I want you to come to Germany and play on my new record, my latest record that I'm going to do. And we want to do the song Listen Here. And we're going to have Arif Mardin do the arrangement. He just jumped for joy. He said, Purdie, I didn't know that you felt that way. I said, come on now. Eddie, I've known you for almost 40 years. We play together every once in a while. But the point is that you've done so much for the business and for the music business itself. And I says, this is ideal for me because you're giving me the person that I want to be on my CD. And he said, okay, we'll do it. And him and his wife, they came, and it was absolutely tremendous. He felt so good. He came over, I had him come over about a week early so he could relax and get into the time zone and the relaxation of the whole thing so he could come to rehearsals at his leisure. So he was happy. He ended up having a vacation, and I told him, you can stay as long as you want. If you want a couple of weeks, you got it. And we did the recording. He was there at every rehearsal. He didn't know when it was time for him to want to play. He would just look. He'd be sitting there waiting, and then I'd went over to him, okay, he'd get up and want to play. And he was like a little kid. That's how I felt. That's how I've known things for so many years. When people point to you, come on. Because it happened to me with, especially with John Williams, doing the orchestra with him. It was great. It was a great feeling. So that worked for him, and we did a live performance. We also did the studio performance. And the live performance, he played so different. It was so different that I was like, whoa, I would love to have the live performance on my record. And he said, fine, whatever he wanted, whatever I wanted was good with him. He went back home. 2 weeks after he was back home, cancer came back. It actually came back, and within a month's time, he was gone. And I was like, it was horrifying because I didn't know the re-emission thing was so, it just took him. It took him. You know, and it wasn't a slow process. It was 2 to 3 weeks. He was gone. He was gone. When he went to the doctor, the doctors didn't know what happened or why it escalated the way it did. And the only thing that I could think of is that he still wanted to play, and he didn't tell anybody. He had that opportunity to play, and he did. And he did it with me. And it was something that I'll live with the rest of my life because it meant that much to me. So we put out a long version of the live portion of the recording because it showed him, and you could have it on video. You know, they did it on that kind of. And I said, then do it. We don't have to do just the last record. Let the last record be him. Doesn't bother me, because the point is that what he did was gave it to the world. You know, he left doing what he wanted to do, play some music, and he played it with me.
Okay, great.